Hey guys, it's Frazy J104, and today I'm going to show you the garden that I've put together this year. And I've also wanted to tell you about the crawfish videos and why I haven't been posting about them. Well, one, the ditch ran dry, so as you can see, obviously I can't get crawfish without water. And the other thing is that it just got really boring as a hobby. But you can still watch those videos and use it as tips to help you out if you're doing that. But I'm done with the whole crawfish thing, and I might do it again, but I seriously doubt it. Alright, so to the garden. First things we planted this year were tomatoes. Got 11 total tomato plants, and these are just regular tomato plants. And you can see that they have a bunch of tomatoes coming off of them. Alright, this plant is a Roma tomato plant, and there's one of the little Romas right there. And yep, so that's a smaller tomato plant, and this is the hybrid, and it has plenty of tomatoes coming off in the middle of it. So all of them are doing good, except that one right there. That one's not doing great. Alright, so this Roma tomato plant is doing good, and you can see the little Roma tomato coming off of it. Alright, so that's the tomatoes. Next thing I wanted to show y'all was the peppers. And I have jalapenos, a bunch of them, and you can see how big those jalapenos are getting now. And bell peppers. On back there are the bell peppers. And there's one of the bell peppers coming off. And banana peppers. You can see all the banana peppers coming off. So, the next thing is cabbage. And if you're planting cabbage, or actually I use it on all my plants, but at the beginning they were doing pretty bad because bugs were eating them. So all you have to do is get there's a brand, and it's called Seven Dust. It's just a powdery it's a powdery mixture that kills up to 63 insects, I think, and it just does really good, and they're doing a lot better now, and the cabbage in the middle is getting pretty big. Alright, so the next thing is eggplants. Well, these are the miniature eggplants, and you can see all of those coming off. And one thing I advise to do is use pine straw, or I have rye straw, and put under eggplants or watermelons or anything that hits the ground whenever it blooms, so that way they won't rot in the dirt. And those are 4 eggplants right there, regular eggplants, and those are the miniatures. Alright, so here are the watermelons, and you're going to need that for watermelons too, the straw. And I'm going to have to get some more because they're actually extending out a lot more now. And one really cool thing I noticed this morning was a little baby watermelon was coming off. You can see it right there. Alright, so going to the rows that I planted now. I planted rows of plants back here. Alright, so the first row has cucumbers on it. And I actually used, you can see all the blooms on those. I actually used hog wire fencing and just put it against these hooked it to those posts right there, those little posts. And then as they got bigger, I just made a little string thing so it could climb on that. Alright, and all of this, I have to get a bunch of these weeds out this weekend too, because all these weeds are just going crazy. I got to do something with them. But I've been running the rototiller between these rows too. But as you can see, it's all coming up again. So, yeah. Keep weeds out of your garden. That's a tip. Alright. Here we have French fillet green beans, which are green beans that just grow on a plant, and you can see all the blooms coming off of those. And they just grow so good. You hardly even have to do anything with those. But these, on the other hand, are Kentucky Wonder green beans. And I ran strings up and down and put stakes in the ground so they could all climb up. And they're all climbing now. And put those strings up there because they're getting even higher. See, those are already latched around it. Alright, so that's that row. Next row, this is okra. And it hasn't gotten that big yet, but it will. Probably be almost to my chest whenever it gets done. Alright, these are sugar snap peas, which I love to put with potatoes or anything else, just to put for a little bit more texture in there, and they're really, really good with the right things. So I just recently had to rig these strings up so they could climb even more, because I didn't even realize they got that high. But those are 5-foot tall posts, so be prepared to use a lot of string and posts whenever you're doing beans or anything like that. And another useful tip, as you can see, I put over here all these pie plates. It really helps to keep deer out of your garden. I just put it around this, especially the corn. And I also use dryer sheets. These are lavender, but you can use anything to make a scent go out so they think that it's a different scent and the deer won't come near. Alright, so all of these are zucchini plants, and I picked 3 zucchinis today, and you can see another one coming right there with all the blooms, and they're doing really good. I'm surprised they're just doing wonderful this year. Alright, here's more okra, and you can see they grow on tall stems like that. And this is a squash plant. All of these are squash plants. These are the small. They're not doing as good, but they're about to catch up. And right here down this row, I have corn. So, yep. I think I have around 50 stalks on that row. And back there I planted corn, so that way they can eat all that grass and everything, and that corn, so the deer can just come over there and eat that corn instead of coming into my garden and eating the corn that I want. So that's another thing you can do. Alright, and you can see right here, I planted corn recently because I realized that I would need more corn. I didn't realize it before, but now I realize it. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody was calling me. Alright, so you can see all those. All those little tiny corn seedlings coming up. And you really need to sevin dust for corn out where I live, because you can see all those brown spots. They love to get on corn plants. I'm not sure why, but they do. Alright. And you can see right here, sometimes whenever I use my planter, it puts down 2 seeds, so I just thin it out whenever they grow. So I had to get a bunch of that and pull it up. See right there. Alright. And that is actually, that's about it. And sorry, I thought I heard something. But alright, back to the garden. Alright, so that's all of it, and it's doing really good this year. And remember, if you're planting one, it's too late now to plant one, pretty much. But you need to start planting. I planted on Good Friday. I started planting on Good Friday. Some of the stuff I planted late. But Good Friday is the best time to plant. And remember to water. Don't water your plants in the middle of the day, because the sun will just make all that water that you're trying to get to the roots of your plants evaporate before they even get to the roots. So water it in the morning or in the afternoon, or you can do it like me, water it a little bit in the morning and a good bit in the afternoon, or the noon. I mean, like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Alright. And, well, until next time, I'll probably be making more videos on this. Until then, I'll keep on working in the garden and all of that. So, y'all guys have a good one, and see you later.